Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself and create the life that you truly want to live. This is the week ahead reading. It's the career and money reading. So I'm splitting them out now to a general reading, general energies, love and romance, and career and money. So what shall we start out with? Let's start out with this. So what have we got in career and money? What do we need to know about this week for the collective, please, guides, for career and money? Two cards out to start. Let's see what they are. We have the golden moment, perfect timing. This is when you fall upon, doing the right thing at the right time, that opportunity that's coming up for the job that you want, or you take a particular line of action, like in your own business or something like that, starting a podcast at exactly the right time. Or like I was focusing on my YouTube channel, building that up when COVID hit, and that was perfect timing because then a lot of people were at home and watching videos. And so it's that kind of thing. It's like the golden moment, the perfect timing for something. And so tapping into your intuition and going with the ideas that you've got, because your higher self, if you're focused on abundance, your higher self will be urging you toward those golden opportunities and those perfect timing kind of things. We've got tending to the future here. Yeah, so it feels like something is going to pay off. Something that you're doing right now is going to pay off in the future. So keep going with it, whatever that is. Let's get one of these out. No, I'm told not that one, this one. Then we've got dream. So what is your dream? Sorry, water delivery then. Dream. What is your dream? Follow your yearning for the deep blue sea. So tapping into those career dreams and those things that you want. Like I said, if you're focused on abundance and that success that you want, then you will be getting the ideas and the intuition that will take you there as well. It feels like it's not going to be something that will pay off quickly, but if you continue doing that thing, it is going to pay off. And then we've got rescue here as well. Help others in need and ask for assistance when you need it too. So let it be a two-way street, that help. Also, a warning against like nobody's coming to your rescue, We each have our connection with the universe and with source energy and with abundance energy and with our guidance too. We don't need to get it through somebody else. I'm here to do these readings to help you because I have trained myself in being able to pick up on the energies and hear that. But I want it to be confirmation for you so that you can do this for yourself, because everybody can, right? And so do be exercising your own intuition. But of course, if you want a reading, if you want clarity on something, I've got my 1-question readings, I've got my Zoom calls, 15 minute, 30 minute, 45 minutes, and all my written readings as well, like full readings and energy healings on my website, BeHealing.com, for clarity if you would like to book in for one. Let's get some tarot out. Career and money. What do we need to know about it this week, please? Career and money. With that dream card as well, it's good to visualize what it is that you want. Sometimes we can get complacent and we just get into the daily habits of, doing the same thing over and over again, or just like going to work. We forget to dream of what it is that we want and visualize what it is that we want instead. We have the King of Pentacles out with the High Priestess here. So the King of Pentacles is about mastering our money, mastering our resources and all of that kind of thing. It's a successful kind of a card because I've mastered that. And the High Priestess is with that. And so just as I was saying before, you can get your intuition and your guidance and those ideas through for that success that you want. So rather than trying to like master your money and master your career and learning from other people, there isn't a time and a place for learning from other people, of course. But this is saying this week it's more important that you trust your guides, trust your higher self, that it's giving you ideas that are right for you. I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years now, and there was a point in time when I was really wanting to grow my business. I was focused on those dreams and I was really focused on that. And I got myself into a few coaches programs, business coach programs, entrepreneurial kind of programs. And what I realized from that, like it was good to learn certain things from them. But what I realized was what was actually happening is those people had tapped into their intuition, found their way, and that had worked for them and given them great success. And then we're trying to teach that way to other people. And instead of teaching what really happened to them, which was they tapped into their intuition and they had an idea, and then they so they're like selling the teaching the idea rather than how to get the idea in the first place that's right for you. And so when we follow other people's blueprints like that, it doesn't necessarily work for us, because the universe knows what's right for us and what is that unique match for us, right? So let's get some more cards out. So yeah, it is a time for tapping into your intuition more than anything else. Next up, we have the Sun, the card of happiness, the card of the inner child being happy. So doing those things that would really make you happy, doing the things that bring joy, sharing our joy with others, right? That's what we should be doing, right? Don't you think so? In the world, what brings you joy, you get to share that with others. And, to be of service to others. And then we've got the Seven of Cups here as well. So you might be choosing, you might be thinking about that this week. What brings you joy and what would you really love to share with others? If you could do anything, because we've got these control structures in place at the moment in the world, and only the masculine has been valued within that. Even if you manage to, do something that's feminine, like my readings, it still has to be in this masculine container. You've got to make it work. You've got to make it into a business, and you've got to do all these masculine things to do it, because the feminine hasn't been valued for herself. It's not provided for, it's not paid unless she does it in the masculine way. So trying to see beyond all of that, trying to clear our mind from all of that. What would you really love to do if everything was valued equally? So imagine, I'm not saying that this is how I want the world to be, but just imagine if everyone had all the money that they needed, right? It's just given to you. Every single human being is given the same amount of money. And so you get to choose what it is that you want to do with your life, right? Imagine it from that point of view. Tap into that dream. Because Seven of Cups is about confusion about choices, right? Confusion about choices or what is going to make you happy. You might not be sure about it, especially with this Moon card coming out as well, because the Moon is the unknown. It's yet to be revealed. And so we've got massive changing times at the moment. The whole world is changing, and the structures are falling away, and the patriarchy is falling away, and it's not happening fast enough for my liking. But it's kind of good that it's happening slowly, because we do need to figure these things out within ourselves as those changes come through. So this is going to be an ongoing process. Things yet to be revealed, says the Moon. The Moon, in the moonlight, things are shifty. It's not very clear. The sun isn't out yet, right, for that clarity. So there are things yet to be revealed, but we can tap into our intuition with this High Priestess of what is going to work in our business, in our career, in our money. Relying on that. Give us more information about this, please. Tapping into our intuition about our career and about our money. What else do we need to know about this, please? The Knight of Swords, taking swift action on it. So when you have that idea that comes through from your intuition, take swift action on it. Put it in place straight away, because when we get those ideas from Source, from our guides, from our higher self, it's a timely thing. It's like that's when the universe knows that it's right for you to do that, and the right people and cooperative components will be all around you for that. So get it done. Don't procrastinate. Get it done straight away. Put it in place. And remember, I was getting that it might not pay off straight away. It's going to be a long-term kind of thing. And so don't be impatient about it, going, well, I'm not going to do that because it's not going to bring me those short-term gains. Do it anyway and let it bring you long-term gains. Not quite sure what... Oh, let's just get another card out about that. So, taking fast action on it, putting something in place straight away. What is behind that, please? Healing energy is behind that as well. So I just heard that some of you have labeled yourself as a procrastinator, or as not getting guidance through about your career and about your money and about business, but you do. So there's a belief here that needs to be healed about that. And so perhaps you feel like you get guidance through and that intuition through about other subjects, but not about your money, not about your career. change your mind about that, because you can get guidance on anything. You know, you can get guidance on the food to eat, what is going to make you healthy, career and money. You can get guidance on anything you want. It just needs to be a pure wish within you. And ask for that guidance. Okay, so Seven of Cups and the Sun. So what makes you happy? What are you here to do? Confusion of the choices there, confusion. And it's because the collective, the consciousness, the collective consciousness that we're tapping into at the moment, it's still got that old energy, the old structures. And so when I ask you what is it that you'd really like to do, you're thinking within those constraints. Well, I'd really love to do that, but I can't do that because that doesn't pay. You know, we've got to go beyond that, because we are coming out of the patriarchy now, and we don't have to be in those constraints anymore. But Nine of Swords is coming up here, and the Nine of Swords is those sleepless nights. It's the anxiety, it's the stress of it all. We feel stress for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons that we feel stress is when we want to do something, but we can't do it. When there's an impediment, or we think that there's an impediment to being ourselves, or, you know, doing what it is that we want to do. And so there's this, I want to move forward, but there's something stopping me from moving forward, kind of angst going on at the moment. But like I said, as the collective consciousness shifts and we break away from all of those structures, this will change. And so you're playing your part by doing this inner work and coming across those blocks that you feel to that, those impediments to doing what it is that you love. As you work through that, and as you think about it more and allow yourself to do and value what it is that truly makes you happy, then you're going to be helping shift that collective consciousness. Sacred space is behind that. And so doing that in your own time, you might like to journal about it. You know, that could give you the clues on what you'd really love to do. This is about getting through those blocks and the structures that have our minds like entrained, that with blinkers on, it's like, no, you can only do this thing and you've got to do this thing. So, for example, an example that anyone would be able to understand is someone that's an artist, a true artist at heart. They'll have gone to school and the teachers will have told them, well, that's all very nice, but, you know, you're not going to be able to make a living from that. So do you want to go into accountancy or something real like that, be a doctor or an accountant or a lawyer, you know? That kind of indoctrination. And even if you get your mind out of that and think, no, I should be able to be an artist, I can make it work, then there's that hustle kind of thing. But I'd have to hustle and I'd have to compromise myself, and I wouldn't just be able to do what I love and, you know, and it be valued. And so as we're going through this mind process like that, of those impediments that we think are there, and they have been there, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we've made them all up. We've made them up as a collective, yes, but they have been there in place. But we want to dissolve those now and not have them in place. If you think about it, like if you had a little baby and you want them to be happy and you want them to do whatever it is that they want to do, and you get to decide the opportunities that they have in their life and the kind of society that they're going to be in, you would choose a completely open and free society for them to be able to be themselves and be valued as themselves, wouldn't you? I know I would. And so we've got to do that for ourselves. Imagine yourself as that beautiful child, you know, that deserves to be themselves and bring your particular gifts that make you happy to the world. Then we've got the moon, but there's some things that are yet to be revealed, and we've got major change happening. So the big reveal, I don't know, your thing could be something that hasn't even been invented yet, you know? We've got all kinds of things coming in. We've got all kinds of technologies coming in, talking about the possibilities are vehicles that are actually sentient beings, and you get to control them with your relationship, like with your mind relationship with that vehicle. I'm talking like spaceships that are actually beings that have a conscious connection with you. It could be that you're brilliant pilot of one of those things, you know? we've got so many new things coming. We've got major change happening, and it feels like, we've been stuck in this mindset of like a 1950s mindset for so long. And then as soon as like we all wake up from that, like, hang on a minute, technology should have moved on. It should be for the good of people. And as soon as we wake up from that, it feels like it's like dominoes fall. It's like, this new thing and this new thing and this new thing. Major change coming up. And you see how this skeleton is looking a bit fed up there. It's like about time. It's about time this change comes up. So things are yet to be revealed, and it's going to open doorways. And so just opening doorways in your mind at the moment is what it's about this week, and knowing that new things are on the horizon. And these feminine traits will be more valuable. If you think about that, if it's some kind of an intuitive, conscious connection with plants, animals, children, human beings, or spaceships that is required, that is a feminine trait, right? And it feels like feminine traits like that are going to be highly valued and highly needed beyond what we're using them for at the moment. And so what's behind that is psychic development. There you go. It's the intuition. You see, psychic development, meditation, tapping into our intuition, and being psychic, and energy healing, and being able to pick up on people's emotions. You have no idea how valuable that is. I mean, it's been valuable. I know it's valuable because this is the work that I do, and how much it changes people's lives if they will allow me to help them to do it. I know how valuable it is, but this is saying it's beyond that. These skills are going to be used in the material world too. This is how other beings and other star systems are using technology now, and it is in a very feminine way. And so perfect timing for feminine to be rising to psychic development. And so if you've been thinking, my meditating and all of this inner work that I do and this healing work on myself, it's all for what? Because it's not needed on this earth plane, because it's all masculine here. Think again, because it's all changing. It's all changing. Okay, interesting reading. So tell us more for career and money this week, please. Of course. Change in the wind is coming out. Massive change going on. And yin. There is the card of receiving and the feminine energies. There's a massive change coming about for feminine energy, and I'm here for it, and I'm excited about it. And this reading has made me even more excited about it now, because my guides have told me that this is happening, but they've made me realize even more in this reading that it's actually tangible, that these feminine traits that we have been developing our whole lives are going to be very valuable in the future. And we get to receive from them as well. The tables are turning, and that's not to push men down. It's not to push men down. It's for us all to be valued in who we are and what it is that we do and what brings us joy to do it as well. We've got very good times ahead. Can't come about fast enough for me. Is there any healing that we need to do regarding our money, please? Our money and our career, anything that we need to heal within ourselves at the moment? Any blocks that we've got or healing that we need to do? Any blocks or healing that we need to do? There we go. We have expressing free will. So getting back to ourselves, who we really are, what it is that we want, what it is that we want to do, that uniqueness of ourselves and our free will. Deciding what it is that we want to do. My choices determine how brightly I shine. So again, that's tapping into that energy of I know what makes me happy, and I can choose what makes me happy, even if the current paradigm doesn't value it yet. I can value it and look ahead to a world that it will be valued, and just be open. It's like, well, I've got this skill. Why would God give me this skill and this gift if it wasn't really valuable? It feels like our timing is coming, ladies. Divine Feminines, it feels like our time is coming when we'll be truly valued for who we are. It's very exciting. Well, that's what I've got for you for career and money. Again, this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, go to my website, behealing.com, book yourself in. You can either do it face-to-face on a Zoom call with me, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 45 minutes, or you can get the written readings as well if you prefer that way. You can read it in your own time. You can reread it as well and get more out of it. It's all available from my website, behealing.com. And if you've never had a reading from me before, visit my website, behealing.com. When the window pops up, put your name and your email address in, and the first one's on me. You'll get a mini reading from me, and I can go into what services might benefit you as well from tapping into your energy with that free mini reading too. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new, and leave me a comment as well. Do you like me splitting the reading out into these into general and love and relationships and career and money? Let me know what you think below, and have the best week ever. I'll see you next week. Bye.